Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, I am Chef Jay Tay. Happy to see you back. How are we doing tonight? Hello, Sniper. Welcome in, John Array. Let's see there. Hello, Will Poker. Hi there, Chris. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hi, everybody. How we doing? Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you've had a great weekend. I had a pretty decent one, other than staying up way too late on Friday night. Most of the redeems are turned off in between streams, and they're turned on. There's a 50. The bot gives everyone 50 sprinkles at some point in the beginning of the stream, here in the next 5 minutes or so, and they will turn on then. Hi, Nan Reader. It announces it in chat that they're active too. So you're just a little quick. part of the reason I did that was I would start up stream and I'm in the middle of making coffee and people would dehydrate first thing in the stream. In the middle of making coffee. Hey, Muskeg. Okay, that's sort of working at least. Yeah, it's a full glass. So we're doing Mujaddara, which I have no idea how to properly pronounce, for dinner tonight. Combination of lentils and rice, a little cumin, a little lemon juice. I don't know have any, but I was considering a little preserved lemon. But we're not doing that, obviously. But we're going to do a little lemon juice in there. Stop wobbling. Stop waves. No waves. Appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. Cheers. So where do we start with this? This dinner could be really quick. And I'm actually tempted to do like bread or something in order to spread things out tonight. Because like, it could be like lentil cook time and out, so like 40 minutes and out. Maybe we'll start by getting our salad prepped and everything. Ooh, that can be a time taker. Sort of. I suspect, due to much of the culture of the area, bacon is not traditional with this. But I'm doing eggs, and I have bacon. I feel like it's almost necessary as an American. Though I'm also sort of debating actually even getting the oven dirty with this for this. I'm just going to do 2 slices. I think I'm going to do it in a pan. Being indecisive to start. And for my next home improvement trick, hey Dragon Sage. Did I cancel the oven? Yeah, cool. Heat off on those beauties. I'm thinking red wine vinegar and bacon fat vinaigrette for our salad. So we'll start off with a little red wine vinegar. Pinch of salt. And then shaking to hopefully not break our glass at all. Do I want to add any onion to that? No, we'll leave it as is without. Okay. We'll give this a preliminary shake to see what this looks like as is. We'll give this another shake before we add it onto the greens. Yeah, vinaigrette. A little fat heavy. Which is surprising because I used a lot of vinegar in that. Maybe it's just because it's bacon fat that it looks heavier. Salad. The rest of the salad. Hey, Soph. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I gotta hide that for a moment. No, we're going with lentils and rice. We're going to do green lentils and rice. We're going to do cumin. Going to add bacon. Going to add eggs. And going to do a side salad with a bacon fat and red vinaigrette dressing. Let's see how this side works on this. I am being a bit more careful with this box grater than I was with my older ones, because the older ones weren't nearly as sharp. Like, this one will catch skin. The old ones, my skin would mostly just roll right over it. And that, I say old ones plural, like, I've had several in the past, old ones that were like that I could just... Well, that was rather unimpressive. I think that might be enough for our salad, though. I don't want to do a whole nother one for that salad. Sniper, if you're still lurking about, those things should have long been enabled. Yeah, they were enabled, yeah, quite a while ago. Unless something's wrong, let me double check myself. Oh, they're there. Cool. Do we go weird with the salad tonight, or do we go... I'm already sort of going weird with... Well, those don't really work together, I don't think. Maybe. Nah. Trying to think up I was debating adding blue cheese and pickles to this salad with our red wine vinaigrette, red wine bacon fat vinaigrette. Ooh, what's calabash? A tree native to Central and South America, the West Indies, and South Florida, bearing large round fruit used to make containers. Well, if the fruit's biggest claim to fame is it's used for containers. See you when you get back from the ads. What else do I got to go with all of that? I have bacon bits. That might be it. That might be the game. We might be doing, yeah, let's do pickles and blue cheese. I'm not in love with these pickles that I bought, these Vlasics. It had been a long time since I bought Vlasic pickles. Yeah. Not saying they're not pickles, but they're not my cup of pickle juice. Well, let's see here. Oh, that's interesting. And also something I forgot to do. Loading up my Discord. Did it say I'm live again? Darn it, bot. It's not supposed to be doing that in that channel. Hi, Alex. That channel is supposed to be like the community going live channel, and like I've pumped several other streamers when they go live to go in there. Yeah, Alex, I'm making a salad. We got everyone back from break now, so let's cut our pickles here. I decided I'm doing blue cheese and pickle salad. Just sort of spur of the moment. So we got romaine, carrot, pickles, and then bacon fat with red wine vinaigrette, or red wine vinegar, and then blue cheese. Or I should say gorgonzola, because it's decent blue cheese. Even though it's not the finest blue cheese. And all of that promptly disappeared. Probably the bottom of the bowl. I'm trying to lift it all up out of there, but... Alright, so there is our salad. Which is the better you too. Though technically I could probably use both of you for this. I think we are going to use both of you for this because you're both a little, eh. Onion cutting time. I'm starting into the main dinner now. Now we've killed some time making salad. I was about to dice these because we're gonna be essentially caramelizing these onions, and then something like this. What? What are you doing to me, bot? Why are you sending people to commercials? You're not supposed to be sending people to commercials now. I hope people didn't go to commercials. You crazy, crazy bot. Yep, it sent people another 3-minute ad. Just out of the blue. Nope, it must have changed something. Changed something over the weekend with the bot as far as how it was handling captions and stuff like that was tied to the ad schedule, and it must have messed something up with the ad schedule. I hope it's not going to pester chat once every 10 minutes now. That looks like a decent amount of onions for caramelizing. Nah, well, you know. We use the same pan we used for the bacon. Though since I poured most of the bacon fat out, we're going to add a touch more oil in there. Yeah, not too shabby. Like I was saying towards the beginning of the stream, I way overslept on Friday. Or not overslept, but stayed up way too late on Friday night. Mostly just because I was not feeling tired at all, and I figured I was just going to drain myself. And it seems to have sort of worked. Sorry if anyone was waiting for me to throw that to you. Make sure we don't got any oil for the flame to jump over. Or leftover bacon fat for the flame to jump over. What else happened this weekend? I mostly stayed at home because vehicle's in the shop. So, I mean, it's not like I've been out and about all weekend. I purposely did most of my shopping for tonight and tomorrow already. So, chilling. Been binge watching old TV because I finally got my NAS all hooked up. But I can't remember now if it was Friday or Saturday that I was telling everyone I was going to touch grass and like I didn't touch my computer all day, which is, it's like, are you okay? I don't know if I salted these. I don't think I did. So we're gonna add a decent amount of salt in there to help these break down as they're cooking. I'm also gonna throw a chunk of butter to melt in with them. We're at it again, bot? What the heck? I guess we're stopping the bot. Well, actually, no, let's see if we can fix it. Though this is sort of risky in the middle of stream. Let's see, it's not even wanting to connect right now because I'm maxing out on memory and opening VS Code takes quite a bit. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't want to completely cut the bot off because I want what it's recording and the data that it's recording. But I have no easy method for turning this off other than just cutting power to the whole thing. This is a new one for the bot. This is a... I think tonight's stream might be a short one and we're just going to power through this. And I'm sorry to anyone that has to watch ads. I truly apologize. It's not my intention to send you tons of ads. This will be quickly fixed. But I don't think it's going to happen in the middle of stream. I wish... Now there's one that Twitch could have. Turn ads off switch. Because it's got its own ad manager. It should have a no ad manager. Because, yeah, there's penalties in not showing ads, but... Cooking a bit too hot, so we're going to add a bit of water like I normally do when we're doing onions like this. So we want 2 cups of stock. So high flame underneath this. This is a 2-to-1 ratio, isn't it? Let's double check the packaging and make sure I'm right. Yep. 2-1. The Spanish people are all shaking their head right now. Or Spanish speaking people are all shaking their head right now. Just because of how poor my Spanish speaking ability is, despite my multiple years of taking the language in college. I am so tempted to eat that bacon right now. I don't even really have plans for putting it on the plate. I just wanted bacon because it goes with everything else. And I had bacon. That was the other. How you no bubbling yet? You're on high flame. How are you not bubbling yet? Yeah, I forgot I could put this here, and that usually boosts viewer count by at least 5. I feel like these onions are maybe on par with about what I have seen on most of these dishes. Yeah, no. Okay, you're nice and warm now. Add our lentils in there. Give those a quick stir in. "20-minute timer." grab ourselves a cup of rice while we're waiting. Where are you, bag? There you are. How is this camera so off on this scene? It's still a little. This camera in general is a little wonky right now because like I said, I changed the monitor position, changing the cable on the monitor. And the camera sort of half rests on the monitor. It doesn't really, but it does. If I'm not allowing it to have any major weight on the monitor, but it's sort of holding it up at the same time. It's not like it's holding up major weight, it's a camera. And it's a Brio camera, it's like that big. So we'll get these lentils going, we'll let them go for about 20 minutes. These onions are starting to look gorgeous. And we're starting to get some color on them. I don't think I'm going to add any more water into them at this point. I'm just going to keep lowering the temp on them. So I told everyone else that I had a lovely weekend despite sitting in the house the entire time. What all you up to? What's exciting? Everyone out skiing or... We got anyone that takes beginning of the year vacations? Oh, hopefully not serious. Hopefully no permanent marks. Boo for scarring, otherwise character building. Salt in with the lentils and stock. Cooking down the liquid way too quick there. Boiling way too hot. In fact, I'm going to turn the flame off on that and let that sit for the last 13. With a lid on it. As bad as it is for looking on stream, I think that's where we are with that. That needs to be covered. Hey, Saucy. I do apologize for anyone joining in. Bot is going a little haywire and throwing ads up all the time. I completely understand if that's aggravating to you, but I couldn't really remedy the issue midstream, and so we're just sort of powering through for tonight. I'm not sure that heavy cream is all that much of a cheat. Because you're still going to want to warm it up. And butter and... like, you still got the same issue with both either heavy cream or butter, in that they're both going to split and curdle or cook when you heat them. And... so I'm unsure how advantageous the cheat is. It may mean that you don't have to sit there and melt the butter, but mixing in the butter as it melts is sort of almost your security or guarantee in you're keeping things the right temps. But there may be a tried and true technique out there that I am unfamiliar with. It has been a long time since I have really studied in beer blancs. Yeah, that's what it is, captions. Beer blocks. Maybe, Saucy. I like I said, and I certainly don't know like science or public knowledge of the science of dairy and all of that has greatly, like, they're hiding all sorts of stuff with dairy in the back. They still do, I think, but silly captions. We'll zoom in on those beautiful onions while we're waiting on. Do we have any experts in this dish in chat? We have any Mujaddara vets? I'm debating whether I add the cumin to the onions and the rice and lentils, or just the rice and lentils gets the. Oh, it's a big time. It's just it's other side of the world. Perhaps this is a good time to plug that if you would like to have your own theme next month, all you have to have is the top clip or be the most active picture photo contributor to Discord. Both of those each month get a themed dinner. Tonight we're doing Mujaddara for Noimoo, who has won this and the last clip challenge. Noimoo also being sort of the lead figure of Team Happy People, one of the two teams that I'm part of. It's really the only team I'm a member of, but there's a creator club with Twitch thing that's technically a team too. It's not much of a club in here. Like, I was really hoping that was going to be something worthwhile. It's like nothing has been organized by that group, like other than an off-campus TwitchCon get together for the people of the group. There has been absolutely no advantage to being a member of this creator club. And I'm actually sort of starting to pull back. Like, I was trying to be active and not be a member of it. Like, I don't want to be a moderator and do Twitch's work for themselves. But, like, I'm more than happy to be active and contribute into the group and throw photos up there but like, it's yes, Hossie. It is pretty much that, yeah. There's certain things with streaming that are just sort of akin to farmers markets in my mind. Because if you think about a farmer's market, and streaming is exactly like this in the way that I'm trying to describe this, you have a whole bunch of people trying to sell stuff. And from the public's face, we all want to be best friends. You know, oh, that's my buddy, he's just down there. At the same time, we're all like, no, I want your subscribers. And I'm just being honest about it. No one else is. But, you know, that's what's going on there. And so you have so much stuff that people are doing that they can just sort of like claim that it was theirs. And it's sort of like, this doesn't work. Like, rising tide lifts all boats, individuals doesn't work. And like, it seems like Twitch has always only interested in individuals. I got to do what you got to do to survive as a business, and I understand that, Twitch, but that's part of it too, is they've instituted leaders of this group that are really like not leader, like they're not there, like none of them are there, and then yeah, the old teams, that sort of worked in that sense, but it was the same problem in that it was led by a creator. All the teams on Twitch are technically created by a partner, other than the creator, a few exemptions like the creator clubs and stuff like that. And so all of those are started with like the following of that partner, even though they're trying to gain a tenth of other viewers or other streamers, or a team of other streamers. And so regardless of them wanting to be a community in most cases, they still end up being, this is X and X partners team. And the real thing there is Twitch is not willing to be that, like, they created these creator clubs, but they're not willing to be the leader of these creator clubs. They're trying to get, fill in help and volunteer work. It is. It's so weird in so many ways. And it didn't feel that way to me on Mixer. It hasn't felt that way with it's Twitch's community that is, and Kix, because Kix is basically Twitch Lite, or Twitch banned from Twitch. Yeah. Hi, Alex. I had said hello already, but I'm pretty sure they're open to anyone to join into as long as you are an actual creator, and they do verify that you are a creator. Twitch is doing some things with these clubs, and it isn't just the food and drink creator club. There's a whole bunch of them for different things. There's a moderator creator club. Oh, I must have missed a reference. I still don't know it. What is the reference to, I may ask? Don't recall that one. All right, we're ready to move on with our lentils and rice now. They've gotten about 20 minutes. Take what I can off of that liquid and throw that back in there. And turn the heat back on here now. So that's our halfway point with our lentils. Add more stock and water in there for our rice. We'll bring that back up to a boil again. Hey, Dances. We're waiting for that murky liquid to come back to a boil. I'm cooking green lentils currently with chicken stock and water in that pan. We're about to add some rice in there. I think we can add some cumin in there now. It does look a little like along that line, doesn't it, Alex? But like the stock had good color going into that. I'm just serving the bacon with it. We're doing Mujaddara, which is the lentils and rice with cumin and caramelized onions and a little lemon juice. And then that's going to have, I'm going to serve on top of that some eggs, some bacon, and some chives, and some yogurt. And then we got a side salad with pickles and blue cheese and bacon fat and red wine vinaigrette. Yeah, bacon is entirely my last second addition. After I already started streaming, I was like, oh, there's bacon in the fridge. I don't really have plans for the bacon, but we're doing eggs and rice, and I just felt like it needed to be done. Flame's completely off over here now. It's been in pretty low heat for a while now. At least it's not constantly sending everyone to ads now. I don't know what happened there. I don't know whether Twitch saved me or the bot saved me. We'll have to look at the logs. Or if the bot just gave up, but the scramble's still working, so that's part of it. Bit more salt. And our cup of rice going in. It seems faintly familiar to me, the name, but at the same time, it's a name that's so common that, like, there's probably 50 magician things that are named that. I'm going to add a touch more water to this project, because I don't think that's going to be enough with the stock and everything. So there's another half cup. Wait and make sure that gets warmed up. Moving this giant pan onto the back burner now. No flame, just the lid, letting that rice finish through. And now we're gonna start heating up this pan here. With some more butter. And actually, going back to talking about Twitch, the reason I understand also the other reason that Twitch isn't doing it is, I've talked about this before. Twitch very much does not want to get labeled a social media company by several other countries other than the US, like Australia, which is now limiting the age people can see social media stuff. That's probably not great for the gaming industry if, you know, the kids are locked out until they're like teenagers in order from seeing streamers. And that sort of prevents them from being that central figure to these creator clubs and stuff like that. It's also why they're off on Discord and not part of Twitch itself. I'm sure there's some buddy hey for that, but that's business. All right, butter going into our egg pan. Or no, we're early with our eggs still. Let's give another couple minutes till we start our eggs. Mujaddara, they can see me, is a Asian / Middle Eastern dish of combination of lentils or some other groat, such as bulgur, along with rice, cooked together, often with cumin, which I'm using tonight, and often with a little lemon. Homemade bacon? No, it's not the homemade bacon. That's purchased bacon. The problem with the homemade bacon is I haven't done it into small, and I'm not really interested in breaking it down into the small enough packages like you would get in a store. Like, even with it cut down into relatively small packages, it's like twice as much you would buy in a store that in my bacon packages. That pan got a little too warm. Hi, Noimoo. We got Mujaddara on the stovetop. It's covered with that pan right now. It's back here. You got another 10 minutes on it, just chilling. Before we mix in the lemon juice, give it a stir, and do a final salting test. Maybe mix in a little yogurt. Captions have been funny tonight. We've also got an interesting salad that I threw together. We have romaine and carrot that I had around the house. We have bacon that I have around the house, or blue cheese that I have around the house, and pickles. And then I've got a red wine vinaigrette with bacon fat that we're going to use to coat our salad with. It is an interesting salad. Interesting is a good word for that. Like, I like pickles, they're okay. I'm trying to use the pickles up. Pickles and bacon sort of go together. My earbud fell in the bacon. Start melting our butter for our eggs. How many pickles do I have left? I have some pickles left, yeah, because I used it for the pickle pizza, which was the pickup of these pickles was for the pickle pizza. I know I've used them for something else since then. I don't remember what. No, I didn't buy them. I didn't pickle them myself. I've been complaining about them and wanting to get rid of them because they're not my favorite. black pepper on the eggs. And flame off on the egg pan. Salad just reeks of red wine. Surprised with all the other stuff in there that it's just the red wine that's just like so potent in the smell, in the aroma, in the nose feel. Little chive. There you go, salad done. And throw the bacon on the salad actually, because it's probably going to look better on here anyways. It's all going the same place eventually anyways. I did the eggs 2 minutes early. Yeah, I've been playing all sorts of City Skylines. Though it's been a day or two, but yeah. I started a new city not too long ago and been enjoying it mostly, but like I haven't gotten to the point where it's such a giant city that all the big issues from before were coming up. So it's been pretty nice so far. Oh, wow. Sorry to the Discord users that are getting spammed. I didn't realize it was spamming the Discord, too. Boo. Bad bot. So we'll start with a little lemon juice in with our loveliness there on the stove. We'll give that a taste for salt and cumin and all that other delicious stuff. Make sure our lentils and our rice are cooked through, which they do appear to be. Lentils, yeah, pretty close though. I'm happy with that. They'll be fine. Lemon, big helper there at the end on that. So now we fill up our plate. I'm going to serve this sort of family style tonight versus just dinner for me. This is going to be a couple of meals sort of a thing, but rather than mixing in all of those onions, I'm going to put them on top. Most recipes shown that way. I think it looks better that way. Darn it, ads. Some thick, proper yogurt. to mix in with all of that. I don't have any lemon wedges or anything to add with that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting, chat? Am I forgetting something? And there we go, folks. We have Mujaddara, which I still don't know if I'm pronouncing right or not, but it sounds fun. It's fun to pronounce that way. Oh, I guess I could have put some sort of cheese or something on this salad, as if it wasn't as bad enough already. And bacon fat and all that good stuff. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Boo. That could have been a disaster. I wasn't paying attention till it was almost too late. So, I apologize for the bot issues and the ad issues today. We'll do my best to try and remedy those for next stream. That includes the Discord messages, that includes this, yeah. Silly bot. I have an idea of what I want to do to fix that, and it's going to take a little bit to do it, but it might actually be set in stone then. It's not necessarily a hard fix, it's just the problem with a lot of using LLMs and vibe coding and stuff like that is half of the time these LLMs will go off and do like completely random other stuff than you even asked because it thinks that it improves what you're working on. And some of that comes down to being very specific with your prompts all of the time. Some of that falls under it should just have some sort of base memory on some of this crap. All right, let's see here. Let's call that a night for tonight. And shall be back here tomorrow night. We're making nachos tomorrow night. I got chicken. We're going to be making tortillas and then frying them off. We're going to be doing a queso. We're going to be doing, I've got guacamole in the house. We've got refried beans in the house. So that's all going on, tomorrow's dinner. We also got sour cream still in the house. So we got some impressive nachos probably coming tomorrow. Though I could use some jalapenos maybe. Regardless, I hope you come back to join me tomorrow night, 4:30 Pacific as usual. If not, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, every week. Unless my car goes into the service. Hopefully I'll have that by Wednesday. They called me the other day and gave me an update on things, and I think they're raking me over the coals, but at the same time, if they get what they're saying done well, I'm not going to complain. I say that and started off with complaining about it, so hey, that's just me. Who's out there tonight in Twitch land? I think I'm just going to leave it right there. Greatly appreciate y'all joining me, folks. I'm going to work on the bot. I hope to see you back here tomorrow. No raid out tonight. Good night.